Hi legends, will the month of September be extremely bearish for the price of Bitcoin? Since 2010 up until 2024, you can see the month of September has only seen 4 green months. Will this time also be a red month for the month of September, or can we expect to perhaps have a green close? Today, we will analyze Bitcoin on the monthly time frame and see if indeed the month of September is going to end in the red. Also, be analyzing Bitcoin on the smaller time frames to look for those day trading scalping opportunities. Remember that we've got this limited deal on Bluffin running here from the 29th of August up until the 12th of September, a limited offer where you get 10% cash back on the money that you deposit into your futures account. You don't even have to trade with the money. And also, if you do lose cash while trading, you still get the 10% deposit based on the initial investment that you placed into the account. To benefit from this offer, down in the description, the first link under exchanges is Bluffin. Also, no KYC required to go and qualify for that 10% cash back. Go sign up right now to not miss out on this limited deal. Let's quickly analyze Bitcoin here on the 1 month time frame. And this strategy applies both to the 1 minute, 5 minute, 15 minute, and so on time frames. So looking at the price of Bitcoin here, you can see that we've had an SFP from this level over here. And SFP basically means you closed the body of the candle below the line, you had a deviation above, and you found acceptance back below. And it's quite natural. We had a successful breakout from this level. So when you have a successful breakout from a specific level, it is quite natural to have the breakout here to the upside and come back for a retest. We have not retested this breakout just as yet. So from a monthly time frame perspective, and this can still take very long to play out, but perhaps September is going to be the bearish month that gives us this price action, but it's still natural where you have a successful breakout, okay, on this monthly level over here. You come back for a retest and maybe you leave some wicks behind over here, so it can definitely dip into $42,000, $43,000, and then it finds the strength back to the upside to go and claim the highs once again. So we have success. We have to acknowledge we have successfully swing failure from the highs over here. We had a deviation above. We now have acceptance back below this level, but we still have strong support here by the $45,000 area. Let's go and have a look at Bitcoin on the lower time frames. Looking at Bitcoin here on the 1 hour time frame, you can see that we have lost the strength. The first thing I want to point out is when I connect this low against this low and against this low, you can see we had a nice upsloping trend line, which we now have lost. And you can see we broke down, and it looks like we already retested this trend line, the scene of the crime. I usually speak about it, retesting the scene of the crime, and we found some downwards momentum. But here by the 50% FIB level, it looks like we're finding support here at the moment. And also, it looks like we are inside a little bit of a bullish structure over here, okay, a downwards pennant, which is also referred to as a bullish structure, and they have a higher probability of breaking to the upside. Okay, so I will definitely be keeping an eye on the successful break of this trend or the successful breakdown of this trend. But what I'm specifically also looking at over here is with this recent move that I see here to the upside, if I zoom into this price action over here inside of this triangle, you can see that we are almost here at the top of the trend. What's a little bit concerning about this price momentum that we're getting here to the upside is I am spotting some local bearish CVD between these two pivots building up. So perhaps it's still in order to go and swing failure from the lows, tap the bottom of this descending wedge here to the downside, and then I want to see acceptance back above these lows where I will potentially consider a long entry here for upwards momentum to break out from the downsloping trend, and then definitely I will be considering this zone a profit taking area over here where you could definitely still, you lose the trend, this looks like a retest, but you can retest it again for continued momentum to the downside. So if we do have a successful breakout from this downsloping bullish pennant, okay, that we are watching over here, is this is definitely a profit taking area because there's a lot of volume traded in this range that can provide resistance, failing to break through and finding downwards momentum once again. Also, you will see when I draw a fixed range profile for this entire zone that we've been in since around about 28th of August, if I switch on my daily analysis, you can see for now, okay, we have acceptance back inside the value area low at the moment. But I am a bit concerned about the bearish CVD building up between these two pivots. So from an indicator perspective, we have bearish CVD of which the target is the lows. From a price action perspective, I see that we have acceptance back inside the range. So purely from a price action perspective, what you would like to see over here is for price not to lose this level, and it needs to hold the acceptance inside of this range. So we have some nice green volume with the break back inside the value area low. Now what you would like to see is for price action to not lose this level again, and then it still has a chance to break out and potentially come and tap the point of control here. We have highlighted that resistance area, definitely a profit taking zone. And if you want to leave some of the position open, the value area high of this entire range at $59,700, give or take. And then obviously, like I've highlighted, there's definitely a possibility. I see that we have slightly front run this 50% FIB level over here. We've almost tapped it, okay? So perhaps we will still come down based on the bearish CVD that's building up over here. You come down, you claim the lows, you tap the bottom of this wedge, you find acceptance back above, where you've also now formally tapped the 50% level properly, sweeping up the liquidity below these lows over here, staying inside of this bullish pennant for then a breakout here, or a successful breakout back to the upside, where you want to see us reclaim the value area low for bullish continuation to the upside. And I will still consider the point of control here and the value area high as profit taking areas. Then looking at Bitcoin here on the 4-hour time frame, if we do not successfully break out from this bullish pennant and we lose the lows over here, we retest it as resistance, I would still consider this pivot a swing failure pattern. But I wouldn't mind getting some nice decent price action to the downside where you tap the 0.618 and you get acceptance back above this pivot over here, where I will be looking for a long only if I see this price action, not as we are falling trying to catch the bottom. I want to see price slow down, stop, find some consolidation, and get acceptance back above this level, which is this pivot over here. Okay, also a little bit further down, I will also be watching this pivot. If you do potentially lose this level properly, you get acceptance back above the 0.618, acceptance back above this pivot. These are the zones that I will look for longs, not as Trice is trading between these two levels. Okay, I am not interested. I want to see acceptance back above this level, or the acceptance back above this level. A little bit further down, we also do have some support here at the 0.786, okay, for a potential bounce here, all the way here at the bottom at 52,426. But I mean, that's still a little bit far away, and we don't know if price is going to get there just as yet. So from a day trading perspective, this is the trading opportunities that I'm watching over here. Potential sweep of the lows over here. A little bit further down, the swing failure from this low over here in confluence, well, almost confluence with the 0.618, where you could have that wick to the downside. The body of the candle closes above this level over here for continuation here to the upside, where I will still be tracking the trend for successful breakout to the upside. Thank you so much for watching. If you'd like more detailed analysis about the trading setups that we're looking at from a daily perspective, go and select the first link down in the description, our Legends Trading community. Come join us. I hope to see you inside. And until the next one, just for now.